Y'all gotta listen to what this certified piece of shat daycare employee is accused of doing to a special needs child. But be ready for your blood to boil because I am irate. So a Florida daycare worker has now been fired after she was seen on surveillance footage video mistreating a child who had disabilities who was in her care at the facility. This monster here is 36-year-old Caitlin Pitzer, and she was charged with 1 count of child abusing after she was caught doing this. According to reports, the Hernando County Sheriff's Office was called about the incident by administrators at the Tender Care Prescribed Pediatric Extended Care, and that was this past Thursday. It was about the incident, and deputies were then shown video footage from the classroom that Caitlin was in with the child. The video reportedly showed Caitlin and another aide attempting to put a bandage on the 11-year-old child's forehead, the one with disabilities. The child then leaned forward and Caitlin forcefully pushed the child's forehead, and that caused the child's body to jerk back in a manner that looked to be very excessive and violent. Then it was said not long after that incident, the video showed Caitlin taunting or teasing the child with a piece of cake. The child reportedly reached out and brushed the icing on the cake that she was eating with their finger. And Caitlin, who looked visibly frustrated, then took the child's finger and smeared the icing across the child's face. Unbelievable. She then picked up some icing that had fallen on the floor and aggressively rubbed the icing on the child's forehead. She then went to get a wet paper towel and approached the child from behind and forcibly wiped the icing off the child's face, and that caused very visible distress to the child. The child is then seen immediately moving away from Caitlin in an attempt to get away from her. Then, as if all of that wasn't enough, it was said moments later, the child was seen standing next to a trash can where the cake had been thrown away. Caitlin walked over to the child and abruptly grabbed them and dragged them to a hand sanitizer dispenser and applied hand sanitizer to the child's arms and hands. And that reportedly included areas that had open wounds. That then caused the child to run across the room yet again in distress. Detectives reportedly showed the video to the child's parents, who said that when Caitlin shoved the child backwards, the child's pre-existing medical conditions could have caused serious problems or injuries. The parents further said that the wounds on the child's arms, which had been scabbing, then started to open up and bleed again after the incidents. So authorities eventually directly spoke to Caitlin, and she told them she had been frustrated that day, and she admitted that her behavior was inappropriate. You think? She then admitted she knew that the hand sanitizer would hurt the child, but she didn't care at the time. She further admitted to smearing the cake on the child's face, and she said she thought it was funny in that moment. She was eventually arrested after detectives determined that the child is a vulnerable victim with documented medical conditions, and that the actions of Caitlin captured on the video were clearly falling outside the boundaries of appropriate and lawful care. But listen to this, she did all of that, and guess what her bond was? A damn joke. She had a $5,000 bond, that's it. Shame on that judge. I can't stand people like this, y'all. I swear she better get more than just a slap on her wrist. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. For more true crime, be sure to follow and subscribe if you're on YouTube.